Hey guys, this is my video recap for Friday, November the 2nd. So I just traded one stock, PBYI, and it was a gap down, and it gapped down because I guess they beat earnings, but um, the product sales of their primary product was lower, and so that's why it, it came down. So it was a bit of a weird uh, catalyst for me because usually I look for gap down and lower earnings and lower guidance is the best because that really tanks the stock. Um, so I risked 50 cents and I ended up losing point one third of an hour in the trade. Um, and the strategy that I used to enter was the pull back to the VWAP. Um, so anyway, uh, here is the uh, chart of PBYI. So it tanked in after hours, and then it formed this channel uh, in pre-market. So this is the high, and then this is the low of the channel. Um, and if you look at the daily chart, um, almost all of the earnings of PBYI uh, has sold off, and the average true range of this stock is like $2.50 every day. So it can move, and like this one, it moved probably $10 on the last earnings. It sold off. Same thing here. It sold off another $10. This one it popped $10. This one was another big range earnings. So I was thinking, oh, okay, it's gonna be a good trade. Uh, it's gonna move and give me some R's. Um, Actually, this was not my primary watch because I was watching AEZS and SLS, and so this was off to my side watch because it wasn't really a plus uh, play for me because of the catalyst. It's not the usual bad earnings with lower guidance that is my setup. Um, so anyway, the way I usually trade that is when the stock breaks pre-market support, then you hammer it immediately as soon as it breaks support. And I didn't do that because, like I said, it was on my side watch, um, and I was watching something else. So by the time I saw it, it was already here, and I was trying to find an entry point. I was hoping for pop back to VWAP, and then so I can write it down. And I was waiting again here, it didn't happen, and so finally after um, uh, 10 a.m. is when it found its bottom, and then it started making a trend towards the VWAP, and then I drew a trend line here, and then it broke it, so then I put a first tier on, um, but it was kind of holding, and I was thinking it was kind of gonna drop down, but it didn't. Instead, it popped, so I took it off, and then I tried again here, closer to the VWAP, um, and um, it was you had all these narrow range bars and couldn't get through the VWAP, and then so I added a second tier, um, and then it finally tanked over here, so I said, woohoo, we're good. But within that same minute bar, it got bought up, and I knew right then that the selling was over, because if it was going to continue, then this thing should have, at least, tanked this way, and then it should have continued down. Um, and like I said, this was a pretty good risk reward trade. I'm risking about 50 cents to make, let's see, from here, 1, 2, 3. It's only down $3, so there's probably another $7 of movement. So all the way down to $13 would be the final target um, for this. So it's excellent reward and definitely worth taking the trade. Fortunately, it didn't work out. It reclaimed VWAP on volume right here. Um, and um, at that point, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, it was pretty close to my no trade zone. So I said, screw that. I'm not gonna fool around with it. Anyway, it was a Friday, uh, so I just left it alone after that, and this ended up being my only trade. And yeah, that's about it.